The Ice Court is a new mechanic for Kislev in Warhammer 3, where the player can train new Frost Maidens and Ice Witches for recruitment. You get to choose which law of magic they will practice, but their traits are assigned at random. The Frost Maiden draws from the following selection of traits, which provide a wide variety of bonuses, such as increased melee stats, upkeep reduction for war sleds, reduced casualties from attrition, and much more. The Ice Witches have their own pool that they draw from, though some are shared between the two, and some only share the name while having different effects. But which of these could be considered the best? Well, like much in Warhammer 3, it depends on the situation and your playstyle. Are you leaning heavily into Iceguard under Zarina Katerin? Then you'll want Frost Maidens with both the better bows and better swords traits, which give plus 10% to missile strength and plus 8 to melee attack for Iceguard. Do you like the pitter-patter of massive paws and plan to field an army of Warbear cavalry under Tsar Boris? Then Cavalry Focused, which increases the charge bonus of cavalry in the hero's army, will come in handy. Have you ever wanted to field a full chariot army? Well, with the Ice Charioteer trait on both the Frost Maiden and the Ice Witch, reducing the upkeep of war sleds by 30%, you can now quite easily have sleds with 0 upkeep. Or is your thing massed artillery, just loving demolishing every wall and building in a siege? Then the Artillerist trait on Frost Maidens and Ice Witches will satiate your appetite for destruction, as they reduce the upkeep of little Groms by 30%, allowing for free cannons when stacked. Stacking all of these traits can be very effective in the late game. There are also numerous other ways to augment your armies, or your economy, with the traits provided through the Ice Court, and while there is no clear best in slot that handles every occasion, there are clear bargain basement rejects. The Battler and Fighter traits, which increase melee stats of your Frost Maidens and Ice Witches, are kind of defunct, as the role of your mages is not combat, as they will get 7 shades of excrement kicked out of them by most units in the game. The Unbreakable trait is also counter to your aims. If your mage does get caught in battle, you want them to run away like a scared little Skaven, and not stick around for the inevitable death scene. Clerical Conspirator on the Ice Witch, which increases the recruitment cap for Patriarchs, may be handy at the start of the game, but you'll soon find that you have more than enough Patriarch slots, and the trait loses its utility. All in all, it's a mixed bag of traits, but when they stack and allow you to build your armies in a multitude of ways, it's great for replayability. I like the Ice Court system for Kislev. It may be simple, and it may have a large element of chance, but it's effective, and I think it would be well suited to other races in the Warhammer trilogy. I think High Elves could benefit from this system, much like they could from an adapted trade caravan mechanic. Lizardmen could also have a hero spawning mechanic based on this too. Hopefully some industrious modders will add these to the game once we have access to Warhammer 3's version of Mortal Empires. Well, that's a quick look at the traits provided by the Ice Court. There may be one or two which did not show up in my testing, and I'd love to hear about them when they are discovered. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and links should be in the description below. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons for their continued support. Shout out to Hot Apple Pie and Solarith Magnetar. I'd also like to thank Creative Assembly for giving me early access to Warhammer 3. I'm Grey Tiger, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.